I'm HanieB with HanieBCreations, and today I'm going to show you how to make your very own paint palette. One in which can be reused. This obviously has a lot of paint on it, so what you can do is you can scrape the paint using a utility knife like I have here, and this paint palette can be reused over and over and over again. It's just a piece of glass. And basically, as you can see, I've used it quite a bit. So anyway, if you're interested in learning how to make one, stay tuned and let's get started. We are going to make a paint palette for acrylics or oil. We're going to use the glass from the picture frame. So any picture frame that you don't want, you're going to want to have a white sheet of paper, this glossy photo paper, which I was going to use because I thought it would work really well. You're also going to want to have a little bit of glue, whether it be a glue gun, craft glue, any type of glue that we're going to be using to adhere the paper to the glass before sealing it. You're also going to need blue masking tape, or duct tape works really well. Either one of those will be perfect. Handy dandy X-Acto knife and a tracing pencil. And you're also going to need cardboard. Anything from the kitchen cabinet, you know, like you can use cereal boxes, anything that's not too thick, because the glass from the picture frame is rather flimsy, so we're going to use the cardboard to give it stability so it's not so fragile. Okay, so let's get started. Common sense says the first thing, remove the glass. You want to make sure your glass is really clean on both sides so that film and dirt or any kind of smudges or anything isn't locked in between. First thing you're going to want to do is, I'll just use the back of the picture frame, and we're just going to lay it down and trace around it. Now, because this cardboard here has a thick edge, I want to cut that off, so I'm going to position this away from the edge and just outline the whole entire thing. Okay. Get your photo paper or whatever paper you choose. It's got to be white or gray. You want to have, you know, for a paint palette, you want to make sure the colors are white or a light gray so that you can see the different colors of paint that you put down. It's easier that way. Any other color just won't do. So again, shiny side down if you're going to use photo paper, or you can use, like I said, any paper, but just make sure that it is a thicker paper, not some just a, you know, it actually probably doesn't matter, but the thicker, a little bit thicker is better. So then we're going to, again, lay the backing of the photo frame down. This time I don't have any edges to worry about, so just going to line it right up to the sides there and trace around. Now you can use an X-Acto knife to cut those edges, and I would recommend using a ruler or something flat to keep your line straight, because otherwise it can go off the path there. And just trim this around. Using your knife and your ruler to make sure that you do not, so that you get straight lines. See, even with the ruler you can make an error like I just did, but that's okay because it was outside instead of inside. If it was inside, I'd have to do the whole thing over. Okay, obviously you're going to want to break off your edges. And go ahead and, with the photo paper or any other paper, I would recommend cutting with scissors. You could use the X-Acto knife as well. I'm just going to go ahead and cut it. Okay, I have Faber-Castell's craft glue, which I'm going to be using to adhere this down, and I want to make sure that the glossy side, of course, because this is a photo paper, it's got writing on the back, so I'm just going to then dab the glue. Just a little dab in each corner. A little tiny dab in each corner. Now some people also spray paint their, I'm going to go ahead and do on the sides here as well. I've seen people spray paint their palettes, but I find this works just as good, if not better. Lay your photo paper down. And we're just going to let that dry for about 10 minutes. It's been about 10 minutes now, and although this probably still needs a little bit more time to dry, it is on there. It is adhered good enough to go forward. So take your glass with the white backing and lay it flat down, and then we're going to take the cardboard. You can place it any which way you want if you don't want to see whatever's on the box. Place it down, obviously, because it's not gonna show through. That would be another reason why you might want to use something thicker rather than just a plain white piece of paper. But it's up to you. You can use something a little bit thicker so that it doesn't show through, or if all you have is a white piece of paper, you can just obviously put the clear side of cardboard on against your paper. So I'm going to just stick mine down, and I'm going to use the blue masking tape. Okay, and then with the blue masking tape, I'm going to then just stick it down with half of it onto the cardboard. And with the edges, so half of it onto the cardboard, and the other half is going to then overlap the picture frame, the glass. It's going to overlap the glass like this. Now again, if you don't have the blue masking tape, you can use duct tape, which you just want to make sure that it's going to protect edges. Okay, and do that all the way around. Be very careful in this process that you do not run your fingers along that edge where the glass is. Use extreme caution. This concludes our tutorial for how to make a paint palette using ordinary supplies from your home, glass, cardboard, and white paper. Oh, and tape, of course. Thanks for watching.